Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Becca. Good morning, Billy McDade. Man, it's been a minute. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. And Marty, what's going on? How you guys doing? All right. So we got about 6 minutes to the cash market open. Let's figure out what the market is all about and get going on our money making affairs here. Let's see. The market's out of sync right now. We're getting a little bit of selling pressure into the neutral zone. This is a market where we want to be patient at the open and let them get in sync one way or another. Either trade under Globex and hit 520, then rallies become shortable on a swing trade basis, or break above 600, and then things will start moving on the long side. Anything in between, you're going to get a two-sided consolidation around Globex, and that tends to be a bit choppy. So that's something to be aware of. All right, let's talk about the opening range here for a minute. And write these numbers. I'm going to make this indicator available to you guys soon. I'm doing the final touches on putting it together. So that's going to be available to all the Harmony traders very soon. 595 is the top end. $507 is the bottom end. And then you got this zone that we need to be very aware of right here. Okay, so 570 and 552. All right. So a break above the 95 is going to lead to a breakout in to the long. We're now breaking into this zone. So right at the open here in about 3 minutes, if we start breaking above that 72, yeah, the most likely the market is going to pick up a bit to the 95. So just watch for that. If we clearly break under that 40, then high potential that we're going to retest the 500, then we'll test the bottom end of the opening range and see if we can get a breakdown. So we're in the mid of price action right now, and that's why I'm saying it's a good idea for us to kind of take a minute and let the market sort itself out, either above the 500 or you trade above the 70. So now they're trading under Globex. Let's take a quick look since we're talking about the opening ranges and talk about how they dealt with yesterday. So yesterday, see how we started in the opening range, came and looked like we broke it, double bottom, ran up, tested it multiple times and absolutely crushed everybody. So they play around that zone quite often. They test the middle of it in that zone quite often. See that? You know, here we go back to that zone. Especially as we have 1 minute, 1 minute. All right, the market is still out of sync. Now the market is back in sync to that 71 or 72 that we talked about. So we're breaking out of that zone. So let them pull back. I mean, if you look at the 30 NT Rinko, good Lord, look at that. See that 2468? When did we ever see that on the 30 NT Rinko, right? So that's just going to be a major resistance area. Okay? And that's against that 600. So that is the line in the sand that the market is doing. Safe, good morning. Pressure coming back in. Fast price to action. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is fast. Range is contracting. Behavior is a two-sided market. And the market is in the middle of the range or in the neutral zone. So it needs to either break under the 30 or break above the 70 clearly. And that's the kind of consolidation we were talking about earlier. Good morning, Ethan. How are you, buddy? You ready for money today? You did good yesterday. All right, all right. You break the 520, then we got something going on here. All right, we're getting a little bit of delay here, but we did, we're 2021. So hit the 21 and we bounce back like a champ on that one. So we're getting very close to that break. Good morning, Adam. How are you, buddy? Good morning. We don't try, Ethan. We do, right? Yeah, we're about to break that, by the way. Here it comes. We broke it. Market is in sync on the short side. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis with a target of 495. Let's look for an entry. So here comes the 500. I mean, they're moving fast. That is fast. See how the opening range is working? All right, so opening range, so that we break under it just a tiny bit, and they're gonna go and retest, and you got that whole region between the 30s to the 60s. Market is in sync on the short side. We hit our target, the next target. So the next target from here is 470. Rallies are still shortable on a swing trade basis. We'll reevaluate if we break above Globex, which is 45. That 90, it's going to be a bit of a support for price action, so watch out. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, they put a captain setup long on the 70. I mean, that's basically what the market did. And that 90s is a bit of a support. So we're coming to resistance here. And now back to the neutral zone. That's the kind of market you need to be watching for, because it tends to get you overcommitted in one direction, then swipe you all the way back up or down, whatever the market is happen to be doing at the moment. Okay, so you keep your head on a swivel. They put a captain set up short here, and maybe the market is out of sync. So we're kind of committing to taking in sync trades. So that kind of disqualifies that little approach right here. Get up to 70 and we'll start looking at the market from the long perspective. That's a fairly persistent push. Are you guys okay so far? Adam, checking on you, Adam. Becca, how are you doing? Marty, safe? Ethan, any trades? No trades. Okay, perfect. Because that is just a nasty, real little move. The 90s was an issue, and they held it. Market is in sync now on the long side, and we're trading into Globex. Good scalping on an eval. Okay, good, good, good. If you get to the 40s, that should let them break Globex a little bit, and let's see how the 40 handles. A market like this may go up to the top end of the range, which is 600, and fake run and come back in. I mean, they're giving us the 45, but just as too obvious, we're right on Globex. They usually just play around with it and flush it on both sides by at least 10 points here. So let them get to the 40. Market is still in sync. Now it's out of sync. Okay. Let's see if that 40 holds. That's a very... That's 40 is not holding. So the market is in sync, out of sync, in sync, out of sync. Okay. That's a choppy scalping market at best, using the 20 NT Renko chart. It's not a swing trading market. It's really a digestive market of wide consolidation around Globex, where we get in and out of the neutral zone and spend a lot of time in it. So it's very trappy, which is the kind of market Marty seems to like. Good job, buddy. $74, and then you come here and you make one itty bitty run and then you just fail. Okay. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. How are you? They're going to make a six-prong captain. If they make a six-prong captain set up long at 18, then we're going to go to 28 and potentially 30. Here we go, very quickly. They're playing with people, guys. They're playing with them. You're getting to the 28, close enough. You're gonna push up a little bit here. That's a six-prong captain setup long. So we're seeing a pattern here where the market is in and around the 500 is protective, around the 600 is basically is just sitting there churning through people and fading them back in. But that was a good captain setup. Not much really. A lot of consolidation, Sheila, right now. Market is out of sync. Scalping opportunities are plenty. I'm waiting for the top of the hour so we could at least get a read. Oh, you took that one for another $500? Good for you, Marty. Yeah, it's really a good one. And this is a Becca trade right there. This trade is right. It's a Becca trade. And it's my trade too, but I'm trying to be a little bit too tight with yes, I do. You still holding? Good for you. You're going for big money, and I like that. This is my kind of trade too, but man, I'm trying to be a good boy and just take only premium trades. It's an eval, yeah, it's fine. Still a good trade, right? So we're back to this open in the mids of the opening range, and it's holding up to be a bit of a resistance. So just kind of watch out for this 52 to the 63 area, right? And it's Globex as well, so make sure that you're making your money off a run like this. And because you're going to be able to buy it a little bit cheaper too. So you have multiple targets, 60s and 75s. Damn. Slice right through it. Big money, big money, big money. Good job, Becca. 1400. That's a good one. Becca's the winner for the day so far. I know Adam is not going to be too far behind. How we doing, Adam? Watch, watch this is the kind of shit that gets you. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Because I know that kind of market usually get you. So we want to watch out for that. Yeah, I like that idea, the mentality, Becca. That's the key. All right, 2 to 2. That's huge, man. They really ran it on people. So let's see. Okay, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. Okay, and let's take a look here. This is important. So 70 NT Renko, they ended up putting on a captain setup long right here. Came and tested it with a higher low right here. The 90 was a bit of a support and a higher low against the 400. Then we came into this neutral, not the neutral zone, but the middle of the opening range between the 66 and the 48. And that was the key. If we go above it, then you're gonna pick up momentum. And this is a good spot to start fade, getting out of a position into the run. Okay, and the market now is breaking above that opening range. And when they test it, and they probably would soon, we want to see how strong. And if we make a higher low against that level, then we know we're gonna have a trending market. So we're going from scalping consolidation to a trending market, and that's contingent on us trading above the opening range. We cannot be trending if all what we're doing is back and forth playing around with that range. It's just not how a trending market looks like. Next target is 645. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis, and we broke the 600. Most likely we'll come back and retest it. We're going to continue to think in the on the long side, as long as we continue to protect the 85s. That's an interesting captain setup here. Nine minutes to the top of the hour. Big moves early in the morning. Target is about to be hit, 645. So top of the hour, we have ISM services PMI. So that's going to be a big number, red folder. Also 9:30, we're going to have central crude oil inventory report. Target is hit. Next target is 670. Man, I mean, it's a whole day worth of price action in about half an hour. Like, just long, long, and long. I'm sure you want your sell back, Becca, but you did very good on it. I mean, how would we know that this is gonna happen? The only thing is just holding for a break above the opening range, which is anything above 600 should pick up some steam and trail. But how's Ethan doing? Not a fan of a trending market. Are you taking the one candle reversals? Yeah. I mean, it's a trending market, so I mean, 695 rallies. I mean, pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. We have a big expansion away from the opening range. We got 3 minutes to the top of the hour and the ISM news. Expect a little bit of volatility from that number. Every little dip, they're buying. Every bit of it. The our impulse is to look for or some impulse is to go to start looking for an area to short, and that's the impulse we kind of have to tame a little bit, because this is a trending market and we don't necessarily know when they're going to stop buying this stuff. But it's typically you get close to a whole number and then they just fade it and hold that fade. So we'll see. So far, the idea is pullbacks you buy. We'll reevaluate that idea if we break anything under the we're almost to target number 6. So between target number 5 and target number 6 is typically when you start seeing a little bit of pause in price behavior. Okay, I mean, if we break anything under the 40s, which is harmony zone number 1, which is support, then that would be problematic. Here comes the ISM and volatility as expected.
Time to get up and go.
I don't think it's tradable. We hit our target of 720, so the next, actually not 720, but now our target is 720, and now we're getting a pullback to harmony zone number 1. Definitely a bit of consolidation, and this is distribution pattern that's going on right now. Market is out of sync here. Two-sided market. So no, the trending behavior is taking a serious pause. And we saw the distribution pattern. We saw the pause coming in. The cloud shifted negative. Give us a clue that we need to kind of take it easy on the long side. Now some of the shorts can start coming in and trying to see if they can challenge the narrative that we're having here. Okay, and the key is harmony zone number 2. So now we're in the neutral zone, and right here the market will tend to bounce back up. Okay, so just watch out for a bounce, but ultimately you want to see that that level holds, and if it does, we're going to see higher lows. I mean, they're pausing it here. Here comes a little bit of buyers coming in, and 65s or something you're going to probably see here in a few seconds. And here you go. So that's just kind of the behavior that we would typically see right here. Still a two-sided market though. I mean, putting a captain setup short. $65.55, yeah. Okay. So they put two captain setups in the same spot. Okay, so that tells me that is the line in the sand for them right here. Is they're trying to defend the 65 to the 70. And if that holds, we're going to see lower prices. Yeah, that's a double one. That's a safe trade right there. Double captain setups are solid. Captain setup in a switch trade is another solid trade. See how that one worked, Ethan? That first test to harmony zone number 2, and how that reaction around the top end and the middle end of it. Usually in a very trending market, you get that bounce back. Long and strong. Market back in sync, and the target, swing trade target of 720. Good job, Adam. Target's coming up, man. The longs are just happening today. That short right here on the double captain setup still made about 20 points or so into support. It just the system is paying a lot better on better off on the long side. Wow. Okay. So the longs at 70. Yeah, there's markers back out of sync here. That's a bit on parabolic and exhaustive way. When the market just run, and then just immediately on a dime spin this much down, it's very toppy. So very toppy. And if you look at the 100 NT Renko, you're getting that high and taking out the stops and the pullback. So if this current candle does not really start going up to the 90s soon, we're gonna probably come back into the 60s, low 60s, not low 60s, low 50s, and retesting the bottom harmony zone number 2. It's almost you're seeing a pattern that looks like this, in a way, this. I mean, that's not exact, but let's see if I can find you. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's exactly what they did. Look at that. See that one here? Almost around the same spot. Take that picture. Take that picture. That's on, which day is that? November the 4th. Well, that's just yesterday. That's what they did yesterday. They're doing the same exact thing right now. So a drop and distribution around support. I mean, we could some people would call this, accumulation. You're accumulating after a drop. I get that, but the way the price is moving here is more distribution patterns than accumulation, and the market is literally repeating itself. It's stuttering from yesterday. Good job, Adam. What are you trying to do, Adam? You're trying to go short? Well, I mean, just kind of, you almost have to stick to a direction. I wouldn't try to play both sides of the market here. I would wait to get short. I would wait for the market to go all the way down to that 620 and rally back up and then start going short. Right now, the market is in a two-sided market where they're playing around the neutral zone. So you're gonna get a lot of this kind of nervous, uh, you know, sideways choppy. So if the trader accumulates too much in a range like that, anticipating either breakdown or a break up, the typical behavior here is stop runs. So you almost have to kind of accumulate at a stop run and wait for it to fail on both sides of that market. What makes it a little bit more challenging to trade this environment. So let them get to the 20. Either let them get to the 20 or let them get to the 84s. One of those two things. Like if the market was decisive before, it's indecisive here. Because we saw the decisiveness on the long side. Now we're seeing the indecisiveness and the pausing behavior and the trapping and the consolidation. All of it is a neutral zone trading right here. And the neutral zone is in the direction of the big trend, which is the 200. And you're buying zone number 2 against zone number 1 and just basically ping pong back and forth with tight stops. I can draw it for you. It's a big boat. It's a big boat, be honest with you, because the market is literally repeating itself. I mean, we were talking about this, and boom, the same thing. Look what happened. The market was just nasty after that, just went short and never stopped, all the way down here, 300. So that is just such a topping behavior, and you're getting that. Market is repeating itself. So this is officially a boat. Upside down one. That's a sinking boat. I gotta work on my drawing. Looks like a hat. I was not an art student. Here you go. And then market is in sync on the short side. All right, okay. We can play the game. 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 Let them run it up a little bit. Our target is 595. So a push into the 50s can get us short. I mean, the 35s here can be a bit of an area to get short in, to be honest with you. But and they're reacting with fast. But I think we can get better prices if we go to the 50s. Okay, here we go. Really? Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah, I know, that was nasty. That's fine. Kind of no harm done. Definitely they definitely challenge that. Different than here. They came to the middle of the range and bounced it back up. This one did not, but we definitely got the selling pressure in, and we were looking to see how the 50s would hold, and none of it held. It just ran. Target is 720.
Time to get up and go. Give yourself a time to get up and
They're putting the captain setup short right here, so let's see how far they want to go with it. Hold. Market is in sync on the long side, but we got a bit of a drop. Target is 720. Reevaluate this if we break anything under 60. That's a double captain setup short up in this area. So the expectation is to see a bit of a retracement here against the whole number. They're not giving it to you either. The order flow is on the upside. Yeah, so they're taking that back up. Come on. Okay, so they're buying them. Target is 720. Reevaluate under 60. And the target after that is also higher. all the way up to 800. They had an opportunity. The shorts had an opportunity to stick it, and they simply could not. Captain set up short on the 30 NT Rinco. So they're putting a little bit of patterns of consolidation and distribution, but the overall trend is long, and looking for pullbacks to buy into this market, reevaluate under 660. Ah, I try to go along. That's the captain setup switch trade right there. I tried to put on an order. It just simply did not. It went through it very quickly. Yeah, I know, I know. I mean, I sent the order and I was trying to send it at like the whole number, and it just was not having any of it. That's fine. That's fine. We're thinking in the right terms here. So double captain setup here, short, slight push, and then once they put a captain setup and a switch trade long, they just literally took off. Target is hit. Next target is 745, and we're getting Momo. Testing the whole number. So what is this telling us so far? I mean, that whole number is what they're playing with, from the whole number down to 80, that 20-point range where we have a harmony zone number one. Prices coming into harmony zone number one and putting on a captain setup switch trade long into a run up. Then they attempted the 700 and they're trying to hold it here. All of this is behavior that's long. We'll reevaluate under 60. Well, I mean, 60 is kind of far right now, but we'll reevaluate under a break of harmony zone number one, which is 80. Because that 80 got tested 3 times. Sorry guys, I'm updating something, so it's just taking a minute for my quotes to catch up. They locked that whole number, that's for sure. target is 745. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis against the 85s. Hmm. One more time. I mean, that 700. I mean, we tested this one plenty of times and it held. But you got a captain set up short on the 70 Antiorenko. So we need to watch out for the longs. We really do. Watch how they're if they bounce it back up here, if the 20 holds or not. If it doesn't, then we're gonna probably see the 85, 75. So right here, that's the captain set up short up here. Yeah, there's a lot of noise. You gotta be careful in this environment, man. Very in. Market is out of sync. Market is out of sync. There's a bit of reflex behavior here where the market just once it gets to this harmony zone number one just bounces right back up. So just kind of watch it. There's an overhead resistance in the form of a captain setup on the 70, so that is holding up the price from kind of having momentum, but you're getting this two-sided market. Not a lot of trending behavior up here, just a lot of stop runs on both sides, but it favors ultimately the longs unless you break that 80. See, we got to that 20 and we backed off. So this area is top heavy. This 90 area is a bit top heavy. I'm looking at the zone numbers here, and this zone uh, recently 19 times the support broke down or rallies failed this zone 19 times, and it held it only two times. So statistically this zone is just is top heavy, basically. That's what that mean. And I need to be very cautious of multiple tests on that. Like the first couple of tests of it kind of worked and ran up. Okay, I get it. But ultimately, historically, this zone gets broken down a lot more often. So just a little bit of caution here. Now, where would we say, hey, listen, we're good, is you break 35, at least 20. And the 20 has been a problem, right? You got the captain set up short right here, and the rally to the 20 kind of is holding. So as long as you kind of protect that 27, the 20, the 27, you know, the pressure will start pushing the price below the support and into harmony zone number 2 and the neutral zone. And then we can retest and see if a higher low is what the market wants to do. But this zone right here is statistically is a bit weaker than what most people can see. It's all about that 20. No, it doesn't want to roll over. That's fine. Back to that 20. I mean, they're just struggling with the 20 though. You know, so that's kind of the range that we're seeing here. Market is in sync on the long side. Pullbacks are buyable. 700 is holding up. Broke through the 90s to the 85s and reversed it. Long behavior overall. Target is 745. Just they're not liking that 20, man. Just gonna tell you this. They're not liking it. Yeah, this is a big deal. This is a big deal what you just saw here. That's a rejection of the 20. And the rejection of that zone on the 90s. Market is out of sync. We're getting this distribution pattern up here against the 20. The trend is long. So the market has the capacity to run the stops to the upside. I really want to see the market go down to 645. If they do that, then the market is shortable. Otherwise, it's a two-sided market and you could play both sides with more emphasis on the long side. Like the 96 here and the 700s. Let's see if we manage something. Wow. Back to the 14. $131. Okay. That's still rejection of the 20. Market is in sync on the long side. Captain setup, but it's very suspect up here. It is brutal. Yep, that's fine. Just gonna keep your size very small and be more scalping than anything else here. It's so far the story is a tight range, and they're just kind of taking support between support and resistance, the 700 to the 20, and they're just chopping people up. Flash sell right under it, try to break it to the 30s, but they can't. It's ultimately this is going to give way lower. I mean, if this continues, we're most likely going to see below the 80s. Here they come. Here they come. They keep coming, coming, coming. All right. What is this? And the truth is will set you free. Here you go. The ultimate truth in this price action is all this was bullshit. And that 90, 700 to 90 to the 20 were just nothing but a ruse to try to trap people. Market is out of sync. Hitting harmony zone number 2 and bouncing back. I get it. I mean, uh, all the signs were there, right? All the signs were there. I mean, the fake 20s run up, all of it. And then you got this captain setup that's failing on the 100 up there. That just tells you a lot. So now we have a line in the sand, 700 and 720. I'm not saying they're not gonna rally, but the longs are on the defensive. Back to the scene of the crime. Yeah, zone 2 for the win. Yeah, it held. It sure did. Bit of distribution going on here. Pullbacks are possible. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. Taking out some stops up there. Pullbacks are viable. We got a target of 770. Double captain setup short up here. That's where safe. That's your baby right there. Oh, you took it? Good for you. I mean, they're struggling with that 30-40 level. I get it. Struggle is real up here. They're buying the 30s, selling the 45s, and they're just spinning their wheels up here. I mean, they're putting a captain setup here, but they're putting two captain setup long. So you gotta figure out that you almost have to see this one fail. A lot of back and forth around this 30 to the 45 area. Captain set up switch trade and they're running that range. Target is 770. Longs are in charge.
Never got to worry about me trying.
Yeah. Market is in sync. Higher prices. Good for them. That's what they want to do. That's what they got. How's everybody doing so far? Adam, Becca, Sheila, Marty, safe. Any more? Any more action? '85s is struggling. Yeah, that's crazy, right? I mean, I haven't seen something like that for some time where their market is just that with 2, 4, 6, 7, put a switch trade, come back and retest. I mean, that's just a whole lot of rounding behavior. That's fine. I mean, they're just taking a pause, a rest. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. We may get a pullback. All right. It's 11 o'clock. How's everybody doing so far across the board? Marty is okay. Adam is good. Becca, where you at? Safe and Sheila. Ethan, any more trades from you? You haven't touched PAs? Why is that? Good day, David. Okay. My day's mixed. In the afternoon, like what time? Like after 11 Central or after 12 Central? What time? So you're saying, I mean, 12:30, when like 12:30 Central is when you feel like you're doing much better. I mean, the market quiets down anyway, so good day for David, good day for Becca, Adam, Marty, Safe. All right, let's call it a day, and we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Have a good one.